Hey YouTubers, and welcome to Bevins Bricks. I'm Daryl, and I thought I would start a real quick city update video with a nice perspective angle of my airport. This is one of the, not loading docks, but one of the ramp areas that I actually do have fully finished. I'm pretty happy with how that one's looking. And I do have the gate 3 also finished, other than a very small portion of the sidewalk. And then as you can see coming over here, I've still got to finish gates 1 and 2. And the problem that I have over here is I am out of 1x3 tiles, and I'm also out of 2x2 tiles. You do see that there's probably about 20 of them over there on the table. But the thing is, I'm going to be needing a lot more than that to finish filling in this little bit of space, as I do have to fill in underneath both of these gates. And that alone, I think, is close to 30 tiles underneath each gate. So I have to, once again, order some more parts. But it's getting closer and closer. I really can't wait to do an actual completed video of the entire airport. As you can see up over here, I have relocated some of the roads. The biggest thing that I've done is over here, I've opened up and relocated the roads to the point that I now have a 32x32 base plate area open. And what I'm planning to do with that is I'm planning to put a large scale hotel there. So that way it's located between the airport and the convention center that you can see here. And what I'm thinking with that is I'm going to use 2 of the base plates to actually encompass the entire hotel itself. And then the other 2 base plates will probably be used for a small parking lot, is what I'm thinking anyway. And then I'll put some greenery and trees and such like that up along the road to kind of break it up a little, as I do want to start getting some of the sidewalk work done and going as well. I really still love the location of the convention center, and so far I couldn't be happier with all the builds I've received. So once again, I want to say thank you to everyone that is participating in the convention center mock build. I really love this street angle of the city itself. I think it's a really realistic view of a city street, and I'm pretty excited about. I want to start getting this tiled in as well, and I also want to get some street lights and some minifigs to start giving it a little life, as I feel it really needs it. As this is probably now my favorite, definitely my favorite portion of the city. I do need to bring my Taco Bell back down here, as my son Jax has still been working on some directions for that. I need to hound him a little more, obviously. He started on it like with a lot of fury, I guess would be a good way to put it, and then he kind of fizzled out fast. Something else that I did is I did move the train station, the antique store, and the deli shop back 1 full plate. So now I have more space over here next to the apartment complex for more builds. And what I'm kind of thinking is I really like the idea that quite a few people had suggested to me, which was the Tyron building. It's in New York City. It's a triangular shaped building, more or less. And I'm really loving that idea a lot. So I think I'm probably going to end up running with that and putting somewhat anyway, large building in that triangular space. And then what I'll probably do over here is put 1 more small triangular shaped building there, and then put a few builds facing the road that way. And then I want to add 1 or 2 buildings facing the road this way. And then I'm going to kind of like leave a little courtyard there for the people that are in the apartment complex, so they have something somewhat decorative to look down at. Where you see that intersection plate is approximately where the 45-degree road should run into. I'm still not certain on what color I'm going to run to yet. Currently, I do have both versions, which is the black and the dark bluish gray version. I'm kind of liking the dark bluish gray version better, but at the same time, I'm liking the ease of use of the black version. So, still haven't totally decided on what I'm going to do yet, but there is some work that needs to be done, but I am going to progress with the 45-degree road, as I really think that'll add some unique character and some unique angles for photography of the Lego city that I'm trying to work on. The blue building is probably going to be relocated as well, but I just was trying to get some perspective and some angle of what it may look like once I add a few details and some larger buildings in the city, and then I start to populate the areas that are left with some smaller buildings. I think it's going to give it a really unique look to see all the different heights and sizes of the skyline that'll be produced by doing this. As a matter of fact, let me walk around to the other side of the table and we'll get a better perspective look from down the street from there, because I think that is just a fantastic view. Something else I do want to touch on before I go all the way down to the other end of the table. I did also revamp this airport sign. The original airport sign, I didn't like it because up here on the corners of it, you could see studs and there was a big gap and it was holy. And so I ripped the entire thing apart and came up with this new look. And I really like how the new sign looks. I think it's a lot cleaner. And a lot more realistic looking. So I will probably be building another one of these to put on the other side of the parking deck. As the way that I now have the roadway set up, to me, if you enter on either side of the parking deck, you are entering into the airport area, and there should be a sign to let you know that, hey, you are at the airport. Now let's go ahead and let's pan over the convention center real quick, because I do love the top of that building. But another angle that I'm really liking a lot is this angle here. And once I get everything all tiled in and I get people running around and everything else going on, I think it is just going to be another spectacular angle and view for the city. So I'm really excited and can't wait to get started on some of the smaller details that are actually probably more fun for doing. And then you can see that this, which is my larger black skyscraper, I'm probably going to be leaving where it's currently at. Still kind of on the fence about it, but what I was debating on doing is leaving that there and then putting a little small build on this side of it, maybe 4 stories tall or even 3 stories tall. And I'm still kind of debating on having another build, just putting 2 buildings or 3 buildings here, and then maybe putting the street coming this way over here. As I am really starting to like, now that I've done it with this little area of the city anyway, I'm really starting to like how it really appears when you keep running the streets into a building, as I think it breaks it up and gives you some really neat perspectives for being able to look at the city and just see different views and angles. Anyway, though, that is all. I just wanted to do a real quick city update video. I know people are always asking me what I have going on with the city and what are my plans. There is the rest of my disaster zone, as you can see there. But anyway, like I said, that is all for this particular video. So I just want to say thank you for coming to Bevins Bricks. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share below. And we'll see you next time on Bevins Bricks.